What's going on, everybody? This is the PS2 collection video of this collection series that I'm doing, and this is one of the big three. I might actually have, I don't know if I have more Super Nintendo games or PS2 games or N64 games. Probably Super Nintendo at this point. But on we go. So one of my childhood favorites, 007 Nightfire. I never had this game, but our buddy Seamus had it, and we used to stay up all night playing this game. Awesome multiplayer. Of course, you got to have bots in it because, you know, it makes things interesting. Ape Escape 3, which, you know, some of these games have a lot of, like, weird, crazy, unfortunate markings on. I don't know why people couldn't, you know, protect their games or anything like that, but, you know, I inherited them. We got Avatar Into the Inferno, which I have not played. Not sure much about it, to be honest. Some of these games I didn't really actively buy. Like this one right here, Backyard Football 08. We kind of just got him. A Bard's Tale, which I'm actually very curious on how this game works, because I'm a big fan of the action adventure, like for the PS2. So maybe one day I'll play that. We have Batman Rise of Senzu, which is a beat 'em up. This is probably, honestly, my favorite Batman game of all time. A lot of memories on it. And yes, even more than the Batman Arkham games. This is just, you know, memories. Memories. We got Blitz the League. This game is not only a favorite of mine, football-wise, but also probably one that is rage-inducing. Because the game is that difficult. Like, you were super, like, overwhelmed at times in that game, but I guess you have to, like, really cheat the game in a sense. Build your characters up and everything. I didn't know we even had this, to be honest. Blood Omen 2. Aaron actually just did this. This is a Legacy of Kain series, Blood Omen 2. For the PS2. One of my favorite GTA or style games from Rockstar. Bully. I do not have the it was kind of like a, not really a DLC, but like a edition whenever you got the Academy edition of it. Awesome game. I plan on doing that one eventually. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I believe this is the story of how Dracula became. And I believe this is the first in the series. I'm not really big on the 3D Castlevania games. So I prefer the 2D. But, you know, Castlevania is awesome, so. One of my favorite games, Champions of Norath. This game, not only is it online, and I'm curious of how this online would actually work, if I can manage it. But this game is kind of what got my dad into playing games. Well, actually, no, this was the reason why. That and the second, Champions Return to Arms. This one's not as great story-wise, but everything else is better. The weaponry, the armor. Well, I don't know about weaponry. I think, well, kind of, I guess. The spells, all that sort of really fun. We have Crash Bandicoot, Crash Tag Team Racing. Another game from my childhood. I've actually not played it yet, but I remember me and Aaron playing the hell out of this game. I'm not sure why I haven't played it yet. Dark Cloud. I have talked about this game so much. I've already recorded it once. Love the game. Unfortunately, you know, my commentary back then was not as great as it is now, but, you know, still entertaining nonetheless. And eventually, this game I will be playing, Dark Cloud 2. Kind of show the awesome game. Still haven't beaten it yet. I don't know why. I have so many games that I have to, like, do this in a specific way just to actively show them all, or, you know, grab them off the floor. Demon Stone. This is actually a game that my dad got, and I'm curious how this actually works. Apparently, you could play as 3 different characters all in one little moment. Like, you switch to them, I guess. Kind of cool. This story all... Ooh, that's not right. learn my alphabet real fast. Destroy all humans. I played a little bit. I got actually, you know what? I got decently far into it, or I beat it. One of the two. I don't remember exactly. But it's pretty fun. Very basic game, from what I remember. But I think usually every starting of a series is usually really basic. I think about Breath of Fire, 1, where it's basically the story's very just plain, not much to really. But I've not played number 2 yet, but I'm assuming this one's better. Probably more things to do and everything. Another game by THQ. Also Pandemic, that has done a lot of good stuff. I know those have been, I don't know if they were remastered or what. I think it's a remaster. But yeah. Digimon World 4, which is a completely different game than 1 through 3. And honestly, almost all of them, besides, I think 2 and 3 were a lot alike, but 1 and 4 were completely different. Then we have probably one of the coolest, probably one of the coolest game series that are on the PS2. We have Dot Hack Infection. I didn't know where to put this in the alphabet, to be honest. Do I put it as dot, as in a period, or do I just put D as dot? Then I have the second one, which is Mutation. I don't know. Oh, yeah, so it says actually part 2 on it. I think this one had some light damage on it because the actual cover of it looks kind of faded. Then I have 3 Outbreak, which was apparently $30 at one point in time. Don't know when. And then the last one, Quarantine. This is actually the most expensive one of them for some reason. I don't know why, but I believe I do actually have the anime and DVD included. But the cool thing about this is it does that. Every one of them makes a little image. Kind of a cool thing. But yeah, I remember watching this show a lot as a kid. And Aaron had the first one, I think. He did not have any of the other ones. But having the whole thing and being able to eventually play this is going to be really cool. Then we have Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. The return of the Budokai series was really cool. Not my type of game, but it's cool seeing, Aaron kind of like it. So apparently this game became really expensive because of the return of Budokai. I don't know why. This game at one point in time was probably like $20 because it, just whatever it is, but everybody wanted to buy it. Then I have Dragon Quest 8. This is probably my favorite Dragon Quest, at least currently. I've not played 4 through 6, and I guess either 4 or 6. One of those two are they're like the best of the series from what I've heard online. Which online's of course always correct. And never opinionated, by the way. We got Dr. Muto, which is a kind of like a platformer, little goofy platformer. I'm kind of excited to play this eventually. And then we have Dynasty Warriors 4, which, yes, we did not actually get, but we, got, if that makes sense. All right. Then we have Ed, Edd and Eddy, The Misadventures. This is a really fun game. I love Ed and Eddy, the series, and it's really cool, exploring the world inside of the game. Very basic game, but it's fun. I'll probably play it eventually. Enter the Matrix. Written. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is. It looks like it's maybe. I'm actually not sure. Maybe this is before the third movie, Enter the Matrix. I don't know. I've not actively played it. Then we have Eternal Ring. This game is really, really cool. I didn't get very far in it, but I remember liking what I played. The only issue is the controller that I had at the time, the control stick was really weird. So with my new controller, I would love to retry this game. It's actually from Software, what's attached to it. H-Tech. Awesome a game I'm gonna eventually do. Evil Dead: A Fistful of Boomstick. This is another game that's very basic but super cool. But I didn't have this one. Well, I didn't have the one I'm about to show either. I wanted it though, because you could like kick the little zombie guy on the bottom. Evil Dead Regeneration. I'd like to play it eventually. Actually, you can kind of see actually in the top. I don't know how this is gonna go. Top left of the screen. He's kicking him through like a little wall. Yeah, it says use and abuse Sam Ash's half deadite sidekick. And then I don't have the actual case for it because it's like, oh shit, that just fell out. We have Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Apparently this game is notorious for not being that great. But as a fan of Fallout, I was like, you know what, why not? Even though apparently Fallout fans kind of bash on it, but you know. Family Guy, the video game, I didn't try buying, but we do have. I didn't know they even made one, honestly, until I remember watching a little clip of it on G4 actually. And they're like, it was in the show called Cheat, where like what's her name? She would like teach you how to do certain things. I miss G4 to be honest. Flat Out, I don't know why I don't have the second one, but Flat Out was this saved me when I moved to Ohio. Like I was playing the shit out of this game when I moved. Back when all I had was a PS2 and a GameCube. A lot of fun. But I hate racing games because they make me so mad. Even though I like them. Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel. This is the first of the series. Square Enix made this game. Aaron was, I believe, recording it at one point in time. But it's nice because now we all, you know, pretty much have better equipment to record games. Well, I don't know about him, but I can, you know, I can record based off of what I have, which it'll look really nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Full Metal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Crimson Elixir. And apparently it has the first 2 episodes of Season 2. Not bad. Awesome anime series, too, by the way. Then we have Future Tactics, The Uprising. I honestly don't know what this game's really about. But it looks cool. Then we have Gauntlet Dark Legacy. This is an awesome game that I really want to beat eventually because I never have. I have so many games from my childhood that I need to beat. It's not even funny. I mean, it's Gauntlet. What can you not like about Gauntlet? I like hear like the voices and everything in my head. You have a key, or you know, whatever it says. Goblin Commander. This game is really underrated in my opinion. I don't hear too many people talking about this game, but you have like 5 or 6 types of goblin types that you can control of. And like they're all just, you know, pretty much warring it out. It's a strategy game. I don't know if there's a PC version of this game or not, but it's made by Jellico. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't know if there is an actual PC version of this game, but yeah, this game is a lot of fun. Even the multiplayer aspect of that game is really, really fun. Oh, I don't have the actual cover of this either. Is Grandia 2. Probably. I would say this now because I've beaten it now. Kind of get the cover right there. I need to buy the cover eventually. This is probably my favorite JRPG on the PS2 currently. And then we have the good old Grand Theft Auto 3. I've actually only played a little bit of it, never beat it. And then we have my favorite Grand Theft Auto game, Vice City. This is, I know some people really like San Andreas, but I never played it. And Vice City was just, iconic. Who does not like Grand Theft Auto Vice City? This is really sketchy, but I'm going to do it anyways. Thug life. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. I don't know much about this game, to be honest, but it looks not much gameplay-wise other than, like, kind of like LA Noire when you're not going around shooting people and stuff. Asking questions and stuff like that. It looks really cool, and Harvey Birdman is a funny show. I just dropped that on the ground. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. J Cocoon 2. I was actually playing this a little bit just recently. Really cool game. Ubisoft made it. Probably my favorite PS2. Well, I don't know my favorite PS2 game. I think Dark Cloud might have it, but this is actually my first PS2 game I've ever had. Kingdom Hearts. I just loved, and you can kind of see it a little bit better right there. I loved the Disney side of this game more than I loved the Final Fantasy because I never played it. Growing up, anyways, but now it's like I understand a lot more now. How many actual actors were voice actors in that game was crazy. The second one, not much to say about it, to be honest. I don't know. I've always disliked that one more than the first game, or I didn't like it as much. The triangle to win kind of crazy, but maybe you just don't hit triangle. But I don't know. Lord of the Rings. This is the Fellowship of the Ring. I don't know why I got all these games, but I did. Then we have Return of the King. This is actually a turn-based RPG, I believe. I remember playing up to a certain point, but I couldn't beat it, which is a common theme in my childhood, unfortunately. Lord of the Rings. Oh wait, no, this is the one I'm talking about. That was just the hack and slash that the other ones are. This is the Third Age. This is the one where you can like. This is probably, well, besides the Two Towers, this is the only ones I played. I didn't play the other ones. And the Two Towers. I got stuck at the part where you have to, you're at the castle, and you have to defeat all the orcs. I don't think I got past that point. It stumped me as a kid. Mark of Cree. I've recorded this before. Had it as a kid. I remember getting it for my birthday, actually. It was only like $20 or whatever it was at the time. Awesome game. Very gory. Well, kind of gory. Awesome mechanics in the game. And then there's another one. There's the sequel of it I remember getting for my birthday as well. Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. Never played it. I believe it's a fighting game, actually. The only thing I do know is that one of the characters looks like Shadow Man from the N64 game. Or, yeah. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is another game me and my dad played a lot. A lot of fun. I don't think we beat it, but we got decently far in it. Maximo Ghosts to Glory. This is very Capcom-y. Like, playing it really, really reminds me of playing Ghouls and Ghosts. I'd like to play that eventually. And then the second one, Army of Zen Maximo versus the Army of Zen. I like to play both of these. I don't know. PS2, in my opinion, had like some of the best games. But that's just me. Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. This is a game I've played a shitload of. Another pandemic game. This is actually made by LucasArts. And there's a lot of cheat codes to where you can like play as Han Solo. And then you get like a little his little blaster as well. It's very, very open. Like, you can do so much in this game. It's crazy. I wouldn't compare it. It's almost like GTA if you were in a, like, I think it's set in North Korea or around it, and you just go in, like, you have to capture a whole bunch of these, these card, like, deck of cards, evil people, blah blah blah. I got very far in that game too, and of course I never beat it, unfortunately. This is the Midway Arcade Treasures 2. I don't know why I don't have the first one. I remember someone talking about Narc in one of the streams. This game actually has Narc. I never even heard of it. It looks interesting, though. But yeah, so it's got quite a bit. Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat 2, Gauntlet 2, Spy Hunter 2. Primal Rage is on this. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't played a lot of it. Oh, Total Carnage is on this, too. XY bots, I'm not sure. I'd like to get all these types of, collections. I have another one later on that I'm really, really interested in showing off. Monster Rancher 3, of course. That is one of the games that we will be playing soon. Like I said, I know 1 and 2 are not very long, but I think 3 and 4 might be decently long. And of course, Monster Rancher 4. I remember getting this game. I remember the day of it too. I bugged my mom so much to get the game. I don't remember if it was my birthday money or whatever it was, or yeah, I do remember that. Mortal Kombat's Shaolin Monks. This is actually a co-op beat 'em up, I'm wanting to say. Then we have Need for Speed Carbon. I think it's a toss between this and Most Wanted as my favorite Need for Speed game. I don't know. I think my favorite aspect of Need for Speed is not the story. It's just the gameplay. And customizing. Like the story, meh. Like the whole pink list aspect of Wanted was really cool though. And like I was always wanting to get like all of the cars that the people had, the bosses or whatever, but I never had. I would probably have to just cheat him out. But NFL Street 2, this is a banger. This is probably, besides Blitz the League, this is probably my favorite football game of all time. And then I remember having one of the 2K. What year was that? I don't know. Whatever year it was a really fun one. Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. Aaron was actually recording this for a little bit, but did not finish it. But this game was really, really cool. I didn't know they even had one until he talked about it. Then we have a random game that I picked up one day, Nightmare of Druaga. I think it's a strategy, but it plays a lot like, yeah, it's a strategy-filled turn-based. It plays a lot like Fire Emblem almost, from what I remember seeing. Then we have Okage Shadow King. This is I don't know if it's a JRPG, I guess you can call it. Very quirky. I remember, I don't know if I even liked it, to be honest. I don't know. Not high on the list of games I want to play, but I will probably play this one eventually, just to experience it. This game might fall on. Hopefully they don't. Oni. This is not a game. I think Aaron got this game, actually. This game is really disgusting looking, too, unfortunately. Also, who all remembers the little tinfoil like this right here? Not really tinfoil, but, it looks kind of like tinfoil. On PS2 games back then. Yeah, it actually keeps it. Yeah, it's still on there. That's funny. Brings back memories, actually. It has Rockstar 1 on it for some reason. Probably because Rockstar made it. Then we have Orphan, Scion of Sorcery. I watched Aaron play a little bit of this game, but I would like to I'd like to see him play it eventually. Then we have Phantom Brave. This is a really, really weird game, but it looks so nice on the PS2. Never had a chance to dive into this one, but it looks, like I said, very nice. And I got it. Two more piles, and then we have them all done. We have Power Drone. Drome, actually. This kind of reminds me of Wipeout, but maybe... I don't know, actually. I never really played it. This is another game that I never... Oh, ZeniMax made this, which I believe ZeniMax became... Or am I thinking of another one? I don't know. The Z kind of sounds familiar, but this is a game that we kind of just got. Then we have Ratchet Deadlocked, which is the solo game that he got. Never played it, but I do want to eventually. Like, I was trying to figure out what was my favorite franchise of all time in gaming, and I wanted to say Ratchet and Clank might be it. I don't know. Just the the platforming, the shooting of guns and everything like that, and then you add in just the overall life and world of it that it has, anyways. We have Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I am actually not sure what this is even about. Oh, it was a PSP game remastered for the PS2. I might play it one day. My toe. Red Dead Revolver. This is actually the precursor to Red Dead Redemption, obviously. I don't know if anybody from this game is in Redemption or not. But this game works in a different manner. It's not the sandbox game that the 1 and 2 of Redemption are. This is more of a mission-based game. The multiplayer is very fun as well. The multiplayer in this game was really, really fun to play. It's like card-based. I didn't really understand how to actually play it, but super fun game. I'd like to play this one eventually because it's another game that I've never beaten. Oh my god, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. This is set on an island, I believe. I'm gonna be very intrigued to play, the Resident Evil series. Just to see in the story, at least the one that I will be playing. Resident Evil Dead Aim. This looks like a gallery shooter almost. Like a, yeah, I don't know if there's any attachments for this game or not, or how it works, but, never played it, but I got it for some reason. It's mature rated, of course. As expected. So we do have Resident Evil Outbreak. This game was actually it was an online based game. And apparently it works like you have to take control of, a group of people, I guess, and help, have them survive. It sounds like a very hard concept. And I don't know how advanced the NPCs are. Hopefully they're, at least worth having around. And then they had a second game, Outbreak File Number 2, which I haven't played either of these games yet, and I'm actually kind of nervous to be honest. Apparently there's a $10 rebate with proof of purchase of the first game. Interesting. I'm not sure how soon after the first game came out this one did, but awesome series, though. Rise of the Kasai. This is the Mark of Cree sequel. And it's cool because you get to play as both him and I believe his little sister. But then there's like a flashback sequence of you playing as Bamusu, his mentor, and then Grizz, who is a new addition to the series that was never in the first game from what I remember. Awesome game. I was actually going to record it long ago, but my commentary back then, I just didn't really, basically, I tried having, being funny in every one that I did because, I figured that was what people wanted to watch. But you can be chill too. Either way. So someone suggested this, River King, A Wonderful Journey, when I was fishing in Breath of Fire 3. And from what I've seen online, someone was like, this game is the most boring game I've ever played. And then they were like, I love it. I don't know if that's, I don't know what that's about, but I like to play that one eventually, even though it's boring. Samurai Champloo, what the hell? Sidetracked. I don't know much about this, to be honest, but it's an expensive PS2 game. I don't know why I said that so like a weird accent right there. Weird as hell. Samurai Western. This is a really cool co-op game that I bought, and I'm really happy about playing. Then we got Savage Skies. I wanted to say Aaron got this game because he liked the gameplay of it. I never heard of it or played it, but the more the merrier. Then we have Scooby-Doo, Knights of 100 Frights. I'm a big fan of classic Creep Capers just because of like the formula the game has. I don't know what this is about. I'm a huge fan of Scooby-Doo as well. At least the OG series, when it felt creepy. Like, What's New Scooby-Doo does not, I just never liked it because it just wasn't creepy. We have Shaman King, Power of Spirit. I think this is a strategy RPG in the format of Fire Emblem. Simpsons Hit and Run. This is a GTA-style Simpsons game. Awesome game. I played a little bit of it. Like to get back into playing it. Then I have Simpsons Road Rage, which I remember getting for Easter or something when I was, I don't know, in high school probably. I don't know. Super fun games like Crazy Taxi, only Simpsons based. Fun game. Maybe I'll play it one time. Simpsons Bust a Move. Bustin'? Oh, Bustin' Out. I thought it was Bust a Move. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Someone wrote their name on it for some reason. I actually bought a few of these person's games. Or have a few of their games. So, whoever that is. Shout out. SNK Arcade Classic. This is the game that I was talking about earlier. It has games like Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury. It looks like a lot of Sengoku Turf Masters, which looks like a... There's Metal Slug on here too. A lot of really good games are on here. King of the Monsters. 16 games on one. I would like to get... Oh, so this is Volume 1. I'd like to get more of these. Just to experience some of the arcade games that we did not get that are actually on the PS2. Sonic Heroes, a game that me and Aaron were recording for a little bit, and we would probably eventually get back to. Spawn Armageddon. Oh my god. Armageddon? Armageddon? How do you even say that word? Armageddon. Armageddon. Armageddon? I don't know. I don't know when we got this, to be honest. It looks really fun, though. But I don't know. SpongeBob. This is another game that I got lights, camera, pants, apparently. This is another game that... I don't know what this is. It looks like a... Oh, it's like a... I don't know. Like a Mario Party, probably, kind of game? I don't know. I thought SpongeBob was funny when it first came out because it had really like adult-like humor, in my opinion. But then it kind of just got flat afterwards. Star Wars Battlefront. This is probably my favorite Star Wars game of all time. A lot of memories with it. And I never played Star Wars Battlefront 2, which you can play as a Jedi and, you know, all other Sith Lords and stuff. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. This is a game about Jango Fett. Never played it. Well, actually, no, I played a little bit of it, and it's really weird to get used to the controls, I must admit. Star Wars Episode 3. This is another game that's kind of random that we got. Or maybe, I don't know, actually. Maybe one of us bought it, and I just forgot about it. So I don't know if I should put this in the L or the S, but I put it in the S. Star Wars, the video game. Another random game. If I ever play this game, it would be on the Wii. Because of memories, almost. Pretty much. Memories. Then we have The Thing. Awesome PS2 game. I mean, as far as I know, I actually don't know, to be honest. But I'm a huge fan of The Thing. The movie. John Carpenter's one, I mean. Time Splitters Future Perfect. This is probably my favorite first-person shooter on the PS2. Sorry, Nightfire, but this game's multiplayer is so much fun because there's a mode called Virus, and basically someone starts in green fire and they have to catch, and like it's kind of like freeze tag, but you don't just stop. You just keep going until everybody gets, you know, tagged out or whatever. And you just shoot people that are, you know, coming towards you, but it's a blast. It is an awesome game. Twisted Metal Black. This is the only Twisted Metal game that I've ever played. Also, I don't know why it's so damn heavy. Is the manual just that thick? Yeah, that bitch is a novel in here. What is this? I like the stories of all the characters in it. I was trying to unlock them all. I know some characters don't have a full story, I guess, but or I just don't know them. But Black is really good. A lot of fun. So another franchise that I only played the first game of this series, but I loved the first game. I actually beat this game too. A lot of trial and error. The final battle between what's his name? I think he's an emu. Boss Cass. I don't know if he's an emu or he's a cassowary, I think, actually. Never mind. Fun game. I like to play it eventually. Then we have Tie 2, which I'll be playing afterwards. Then we have Tie 3. I don't know the actual Night of the Quirkin. I don't know if either of these two are good or not. Another Activision game, but I just want to play them. Vex. I actually had this on the GameCube long ago, but for some reason I decided to get it on the PS2. From what I played, it was, you know, a basic 3D platformer type game. Reminded me a lot of the N64, so I was having a lot of fun with it. And the last game on the series, or of my PS2 collection, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses. A game that Aaron had, and he wants to do eventually. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! As like in the card base, but I didn't really care for the show because it got really crazy. Like, Heart of the Cards, yeah! And then, you know, I don't know. That's just my... But yeah, this was PS2 collection that I do have. I don't really have too many PS2 games that I have in mind that I would like to get, but if anybody wants to suggest anything or want me to play any of the games that I showed, you know, shout it out and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, so 2 left. I have N64 and Super Nintendo. I'm probably going to do N64 next. I probably said I was going to do N64 next in the last video, but that's not what happened. But see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed it.